Good evening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Soaring Prophets live Thursday night. And I'm telling you, this one is gonna catch you right in your feels. It's gonna inspire you. I don't know anyone that could listen to this young lady's story and not be totally inspired by what she's doing. We are joined by Miss Anna down there in the corner. Look at how absolutely adorable she is. Comes all the way down the highway, really. Another one of our Ontario connection this week for all of our worldwide audience. Anna, you're talking to the world today. No pressure. You're fine. You're good.
All five people are watching.
All five.
But from around the world.
That's right.
Yep.
But folks, Anna is doing something really unique. So she is an author. Anna, you're 9 years old, correct?
Yes.
At 9 years old, you decided that, hey, I'm doing some homeschooling with my mom. Mom is hiding in the corner. She didn't want to be mentioned on air. Here we are with mom already. Yeah. Mom is doing something amazing. And Anna, you've got a fantastic parent there. Yeah, you got a whole family around you that's amazing, that is supporting you and building you through this process. So Anna is the author of Odd Tales and Strange Names. Now, Anna, the most important question that we are going to ask you today: why did you do it, my dear? I love it. I think it's so cool that you're doing it. What inspired you to write your stories?
Well, what inspired me to write my stories, was I wanted a way to teach kids good moral lessons. And it kind of really all started with Stephanie Morrison. The old Canadian schoolhouse was doing an event called the Writers Roundup. And they were asking for homeschooled kids' stories to just submit 1 or 2 stories. So me and my mom submitted 2 of my stories that I had written in the past months. And it ended up on their online magazine. One of my stories I had submitted ended up on their online magazine. It really motivated us. So we started to think that maybe I had a knack for the story writing. So we looked into publishing, and we found Lisa Browning and her company, 1000trees.com. And through her, we were able to publish my first book, my second book, and I am working on a third.
Anna, you have already done more than Pat has done like his whole life, and he's lived a long life. He's almost 67 right now in dog years. That's amazing, Anna. Holy cow. All of the things that you have already done, already accomplished at 9. And I just think it's incredible. What I would like to know is, you mentioned teaching kids morality. You want to teach kids how to be moral because you come from I think maybe a religious background, and plus the homeschooling with your mom. I think that's a beautiful thing. Why do you think kids need moral lessons right now? And what moral lessons would you like to teach them?
I think kids need moral lessons because in schools, we usually cover education and things like that. Yes, they do get taught some moral lessons, but I think they needed something that really focuses on that subject.
Anna,
and what specifically would you like kids to learn from your books?
All right. So from my books, I'd like them to learn, well, in general, I like them to learn, well, actually, I don't really know how to answer that, but some of the lessons that
Odd Tales. What is the message of Odd Tales to children specifically?
Okay, so I'd like them to learn good moral lessons, as I said, and the message, I think, would be to inspire kids to maybe even write stories of their own, or even start, well, maybe even some small companies of their own, because I never even knew that I'd be having any interviews when I wrote this book.
Well, so first of all, when you first came on here, you did the whole media tour. You got Lisa Browning out there. You talked about your product. You have had some media training by the sounds of it, Miss Anna, and I think that is amazing. I have a 14-year-old daughter who I love dearly, and she is in like the mainstream school system. And this is the thing that I hound on her all the time, Anna, is what you're doing. I love what you're doing. You're putting yourself out there. It's easier to go and sit and watch a movie tonight, wouldn't it, than do this? It would be easier. right? But here you are, you're putting yourself out there, you're writing books, you're inspiring other people. You certainly inspired me tonight. James can't stop talking about you. He's been talking about you all week. He's been saying, I can't wait until we get Anna on. She's going to be fantastic. I love what she's doing. So you've already got a winner here. But what do you say to some of the other children out there that are maybe just sitting around watching movies at night, or maybe they're, not doing the same things you can do that you're doing right now? What would you say to them to maybe motivate them, to get them excited, to maybe do some really, really cool things and maybe change the world even a little bit?
First, I'd like to say this was a question that I was really hoping that you would ask me. And one of the messages that I'd have for any other kids, or really just anyone out there, is that if you have any ideas or dreams, a dream is not necessarily impossible. Just go for it and get out there and try, and don't be afraid of the failing part, because even if you do fail, you will not fail for the lack of trying.
Do you watch Soaring Prophets? Because that's exactly the message that I drive home all the time. And that's what I wanted to kind of segue into, Anna, because you're 9. So at 9, I think I was learning to tie my shoes. And I had a really hard time learning how to tie my shoes, which doesn't relate at all, because you're doing beautiful things, inspiring other kids, inspiring adults like myself. I'm already fascinated about what you and your mother have done. I think it's incredible. So I remember there were several times when I was tying my shoes that I would get super frustrated, almost angry. And I had to deal with that kind of disappointment, the anger. Have there been moments during this journey? Maybe let's go back to when you wrote your first book. Was there a moment that you felt frustrated, angry? And what did you do about that?
Well, yes, there were some moments where I was a little frustrated, coming up with these stories. Because especially for my first book, how am I going to get this I need to make this interesting enough to be worthwhile reading. So yes, there were moments of frustrating, but the thing that kept me going was, number one, I knew that I was going to teach kids good moral lessons with it, and that God would help me through this, and that I was going to, and the reason why you're doing it. Why are you doing it? To help other kids. And that's the reason that kept me and my mom going.
Anna, you are next level cool, kid. I love that. So first of all, you come from an amazing place of selflessness that you're doing this. It's now become kind of a curriculum thing with your mom. Mom, I know you're in the background there. Kudos to you, my dear.
Yes.
There are not enough parents in the world that are looking at this as an alternative. And Anna, I appreciate what you were saying as far as giving advice for my daughter's a lot older than yours, right? But giving that advice to people that just try. What do you have to lose, right? You really can just do this. But Anna, I'm going to ask the question kind of to your mom, but through you. What do you think makes your mom really kind of special in doing what she's doing with you? Because I know you spend a lot of time with mom. What makes her special in what she's put together for you and working with you and building this brand and building these books? Because she obviously cares deeply about you to make sure that, first of all, you're doing it. And second of all, that you do it so well. You really do a fantastic job. Why do you think mom does that?
I know my mom really well, and she's told me the entire story. So I was becoming of age to start going to school, and it was the last day that she had to hit the application. She was going to apply me to go to the school down the road. I used to live in Toronto, so yeah. And so that day, she was reading a Bible verse in Deuteronomy in the Bible, and
yes.
It said that you will teach your kids when you rise up, when you lie down, where you were sitting, when you were walking. And it inspired her that maybe God was telling her that she needed to homeschool me, because maybe it would be for the greater good. Wow. So yeah, she decided to homeschool me. She canceled the application, and from then on, it's been going so well. And she's glad that she did that.
She is quoting Deuteronomy. You are so impressive. Your mom has done such an amazing job, and I am so happy that she made that decision. It's not an easy decision. I had to choose myself when my kids got to be your age or younger, when it was school age, and it's a tough decision. Like public school, Catholic school, homeschooling. Now I chose Catholic school just because I wanted that moral. I wanted them to learn religion. I wanted them to have that moral compass, and I just feel that the Catholic school does it a little bit better than the public school. Now, you also have another aspect to your Christian giving. You really do give. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe some orphans you might have helped? Do you remember that? Maybe in Uganda?
Yes, I remember that, and I always will. So, my wonderful French teacher, Miss Mia, from MissMiaTutoring.com, she was asking me.
Wow! Shout out! She's doing the brand work again. Anna, I love you.
Can we hire her? Sorry, Anna. You might not know how impressive this is. How you're acting. You're so like if you talk to other 9-year-olds, this is blowing my mind. I talked to like anyway. Sorry, French teacher. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, my French teacher, Miss Mia, was doing, so she was asking me if I could read one of the stories, that if me and my friend Malia could read one of the stories from my book to help raise funds to help orphans in Uganda. And we managed so many helpful people donate. I do not know their names, but I'd like to thank them if they're watching right now. So many helpful people have donated, and we managed to send 8 orphans to school and get them education.
Wow.
And Anna,
what did you do today, Pat?
Yeah. So Anna, and I want to apologize for interrupting you. When James said, like, I don't know if you understand the entirety of what you're doing in the world. And at 9 years old, I certainly wouldn't have. But when you're talking the way that you talk, and the way that you're able to tell your story and do such an amazing job about it, but also bring in all the pieces of your puzzle, right? You're talking about, the brand stuff with Lisa Browning and 1,000 Trees Publishing and all these sorts of things. You're doing this as if you've had years and years and years and years of media training. And again, Mom, way to go. Like this is next level. I had somebody come to me when I was very young, and he said to my father, and it is nowhere near the same level of this. But he said, what are you looking for? Are you sending them to Hollywood or Ottawa? And Mom, this is what we're asking next for you. Is Anna going to Hollywood, or is she going to Ottawa to be the next prime minister? And Anna, you have
Ottawa. I'd like to go to Ottawa.
Right.
Yes.
But Anna,
what would you like to wait? What would you like to do in Ottawa? I think that's important. We'll go back to you, Pat. I promise. Why Ottawa?
I would like to maybe be I know it's a big stretch. It's a very, very big stretch.
It's not.
I'd like to be the governor of Ontario.
Yeah.
I know it's a very big stretch.
That is not a big stretch at all. I would vote for you. In a second, I vote for you today. You would do a better job than who we have right now, because you care, because you're socially conscious and aware, and also you know what business is. Like those 3 things are what Ontario needs right now. You know about business and branding. You know you're socially aware. Just a kind and caring person. I love that. So, what are your big next steps, Anna? What besides going to Ottawa and taking over Ontario for us and making it better, which I'm all for. You let me know when you're ready, and we will get behind you. We'll be your press guys. Yep. We'll do whatever you need. We're there. I'm set and ready to pack my bag right now to go with you. But what's next for you? What's closer?
Okay, so what I'd say is closer, like in terms of my books, or just like general big steps, right?
Whatever you want. Maybe you want to go play soccer. What's the next big things for Anna?
Okay, so I'm working on a 3rd book. That's one of my next big projects that I'm doing. I'm working on my 3rd book. I'm also starting the plot for my 4th book, which is going to be a holiday special. I'm not going to tell any spoilers, sorry. And also, I've been taking a herbalism, which is like looking in a herbalism diploma course, and I'm trying to get a herbalist certificate. And a herbalist is like a person who looks into the remedies in herbs. It's like medicine, but natural.
Can you save my plant? Do you know how to save my per plant?
Right. It's dying.
It's dying. Yeah, no, that's amazing. So you're thinking of you want to go into the field of herbology and maybe make medicines and stuff? Like, is that something you want to do? You want to help people by creating medicines through herbology?
Yes, I'd like to. I was thinking of that more of a side job, but yes.
Well, world peace, solving hunger, astronaut, politician,
orphans in Uganda.
Yeah. Just when you're solving the other things, then you can figure out the medical diploma and degree. And I think it has been the coolest talk that I've had in a very long time. And I talk to people for a living, so that says a lot. You, my dear, are the coolest cat in town. I think you are just the sweetest thing. Now, Anna, your books. How do people get in touch with you? How do they buy your books? First of all, where are you selling them? How are you getting that? And then what does that look like as far as for the next ones? You got third and the fourth one coming out. When do you think they'll land?
Okay, so first I'll start with the sales. So in my local library, which is called the Tyndonega Township Public Library, I'd also like to give a big shout out to them for allowing me to do not one, but 2 book readings and for free, they allowed me to just put my book in their library. So a big shout out to them. And also they helped advertise my book around their community, so that helped get some sales. Also, thanks to a lot of helpful people who spread the news around. And also, again, thanks to Lisa Browning, I managed to get my book on Amazon.
I love it. So you can go on Amazon right now, and this is the book. Can you see that there, Anna?
Yep.
So this is the book. People, get off your wallet. Get off your wallet.
Yes. Right now.
I don't care where you are in the world. Amazon will get it to you. How can you not, Anna, smile for me, dear? How? Get off your wallet. Buy the book. Buy the book. Anna, I love what you're doing. Is this the first one or is this the second one?
That's the first one.
That's the first one. Okay, tell me a little bit about the second one.
Okay, so the second one is basically the same thing as the first one, but I brought in some new characters in the second one and some new twists.
Character development, people. We can do a whole thing. This is going to be wild. I love it.
It's going to be great.
Get out there, buy she's even got the book.
This is the second book.
And what is it called? Is it still Odd Tales and Strange Names?
It's called Adventures in Tyndonega, which is like the small town that I live in, Tyndonega.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know it might be a bit hard to spell that.
Right. It's hard for me. And I used to play lacrosse down in Tyndonega. I know the area very well, but I'm not sure if I could spell it if I needed to with somebody threatening my life. But
apparently Anna can.
Anna can. It's true.
Yeah.
So Tyndonega is a Native Canadian reservation area, a big area there. Is there some of that brought into your stories as well?
Yes, there is some of that brought into my stories. You'll see it mentioned quite a few times.
I love that. So I don't want you to give your story away, but can you tell us a little bit about what the storylines are? Okay,
so a little bit about it is in that book, you will learn lessons such as sharing, and you will learn lessons such as sharing. I forgot what the name of the story is. Oh, Farmer Tim and the Quirky Perky Turkey. That's the name of one of the stories in there. You will learn lessons such as adapting to change in that one.
Awesome.
So it is multiple stories in a book. So not only do you get one story, you get lots of stories in a book.
Yes, 5 different stories.
Get off your wallets. Buy this beautiful girl's book. I don't care what you're doing. Read it to your kids. Teach them lessons about sharing and caring. I love that. I think you're just such a beautiful young lady, Anna. I think it's impressive what you've done. I hope that after this interview is over, you give your mom a big hug and thank her. Because I'm telling you right now, when you hit 20, you are going to be an impressive young lady. And I will be looking for your name, because I'm telling you right now, I would vote for you today, let alone any other time. So Anna, what is your favorite thing I know the people out there right now want to know, what is your favorite thing besides writing? I do see a piano behind you, but that may not be it. What is your favorite all-time thing to do? If you could be doing anything now, besides being on Soaring Prophets, because I know that's number one, you want to be on our show because we're pretty awesome. But number two, what's number two for Anna?
Number 2 would probably be music. I love music. I've always been in touch with music. And I'd also like to give, sorry for all the shout outs, but I really need to do this right now. I'd also like to give a shout out to my wonderful singing voice teacher. Her name is Miss Lena, and she gives the most wonderful voice lessons. And also a shout out to my piano teacher, Miss Louisa, who gives the most wonderful piano lessons.
Now I'm going to ask a question, and you can say no, and it's totally okay.
Because I want to ask the same question, I think.
Would you sing us a song?
Yes.
Would I sing you a song?
Yes. You can say no. It's okay.
Yeah. You can totally say no.
If you want to sing us a song, we would be like your biggest fans. So if you
I would be so happy.
Cool, but if not, that's okay too.
If you want, I could play you a song on the piano. If you want.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And if I know it, I'll sing it. Yeah. Because that's the kind of guy I am.
I actually made this song up. I made it up.
Politician, songwriter, story writer, herbologist.
Yeah.
Media personality. I don't even know. I think
it.
that we should just take our Frisbees and go home. I don't think we could ever compete with her.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anna.
Jump on there.
So I'm just going to play the song. Okay.
Oh my God. Anna, we have had doctors, we've had lawyers, we've had politicians, we've had people who have started everything. They've started everything. And you are the most impressive person we've ever had on the show. I'm telling you that right now. And I mean that. I don't make up things. Yeah. Anna, you are the most impressive person we've ever had on the show. I am so happy you came on the show to inspire us, to show us what real grace is, what true passion and joy and being able to help others, and just do it because you love to do it, not because you're trying to make money, not because you're trying to show off. You just do it because you're Anna. And your mom, what a beautiful woman, Mom. Your daughter is turning already. Like you can't see it, but I got little tears in my eyes when she was playing that song. Sincerely, Anna. Yeah. It's beautiful. I don't even know. Pat, take over. I don't know what to say.
No, Anna, it's truly impressive. I love what you're doing. You're killing it, kid. You're killing it. Your parents are clearly proud of you. Your mom is clearly doing a fantastic job. And Anna, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know that I've got to get to bed. It's almost past my bedtime. So I have to get to bed very soon here. But Anna, one of the things that we do with Soaring Prophets here, is that we ask our guests when we're wrapping it up, we ask our guests if they could send out a message to the world. What would advice be? What would be a message of maybe hope, maybe of whatever you think the world needs to hear right now? What would your message be?
I have 3 words to say to the whole world. Go for it. Go for whatever you're doing. Go for it.
I can't end this show in any better way. Anna, I just love you to death. I think you're amazing. I am so impressed by you. Don't ever stop.
Yeah.
Don't ever. Go for it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Before we end.
Oh, absolutely. I'm pausing. Sorry. My bad.
But I just like to say before we end, I'd like to thank God and you, Mr. Patrick and Mr. James, for this opportunity.
Anna, you are a beautiful young lady. It has been a pleasure, my dear.
Thank you.
To end with
Killing it.
Pat?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anna, you're absolutely right. We should thank God every day in every way. I 100% agree that everything I have and everything I own and just getting to meet you shows us the face of God and how beautiful he is. And thank you for reminding us. That is so important. Profiteers out there, buy her book. If you don't buy her book, I don't even know what to tell you. Go buy her book, please.